at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 10 Lobo. Protein spill. You ain't doing nothing. Go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A throw taken in by Hamilton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
I'm going back to you. I'm going. Alert!
Now it's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Lock in, lock in.
On third down, Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Ready.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapon. Set go.
On third down, it's Lindsey. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Locke. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he slides to avoid the hit. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's the way. 47's the mark, boy. Go. 47.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Trubisky to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get off the field. Sponge. No. On the ball. Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trubisky will throw, and he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On 2nd and inches. Lock. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you cannot do, they did.
Watch out.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is Gabriel out on the left side. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky going for it all. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's a party now! It's a party now!
Shoot.
A final shot before half for Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Go! 180! 18! Run!
Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Anthony Miller, 29 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set 18 Gator. I'm coming for you, Mom.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Locke to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, Charlie.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Solomon Thomas picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Lock in. 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Alert.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. This is caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Let's get it together, defense. Alert.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant, hey, orbit.
Block off the play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Ran, touch. 27, ran, touch.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready. 60 yards. Smooth.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go! 90, Wolf!
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos get a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. That's Burton. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
11 yards there, 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
You can't block me. Say it. Undercrunch. Check 31.
Check 26.
They go play action with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The outlaw, recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
Lock now on 1st down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Open man here is Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now it's Davis, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,
Mm-hmm.